Alright, Knights of Apollo, what is up, guys? It is Pixelated Apollo here, and we are back with Total War Rome 2. But guys, this is no ordinary Rome 2 siege battle. This is going to be a great one. I'll explain why very soon. I just want to make sure that you guys have the siege checklist complete. So number one, do you have a snack? Okay, if you do, you can check that off. If you don't, go get a snack. Number two, do you have a tasty drink to go along with the snack? Okay, you got that? Perfect. And number three, do you have your siege pants on? Now, I will also accept no pants at all, but I would prefer you guys to have some siege pants on because we've got a fantastic siege battle. This is a 4v4, and we've got professional players. We've got super awesome players that are about to go at it. So this was actually sent in by Ellington. He's got his own YouTube channel. I have it linked down in the video description, so be sure to check it out. But yeah, this is going to be a great one. I'm really excited to see how this one plays out. Also, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can do so by buying an awesome poster. So these are displate metal posters. There's a link down in the video description. I do appreciate it. And, of course, as well, please lay siege to the like button. And let's jump into today's struggle. So we'll start with the attackers. We have Kush leading the way with a bunch of ladders. Never really seen this before. Well, I've seen it before, but I've never seen it with really good players. So I'm really curious what the strategy is behind this. Maybe it's just speed. Maybe he just wants to get his troops up there quickly. I'm not sure. But, hey, it's different. It's unique. I like it. Then over here, we have the Iverni. They're bringing the traditional siege towers. They got their Celtic warband. Very cool. Then we have a faction that we don't see too often, unless we're spamming those club levy. We've got the Swaby. So Swaby is more of a support faction. They can hold their own, you know, on their own, but they've got really good like supportive units, which definitely works really well with, you know, allies. You can get a lot of fear units and scare units. You know, it basically attacks the morale of the enemy forces. And then, yeah, we saw Kush. And then over here, we have Egypt, which is another powerful faction. And look at this over here. We've got a little bit of a sally out here. So this is Parthia. So they're sending over some lancers, some mercenary lancers, try to slow down the advance of the Egyptian siege tower. A nice little charge here. So while this is going on, let's go look at the other units, or the other armies, I should say. So Parthia, one of the defenders, we have Pontus. All right, Pontus. We got some Eastern factions here. Pontus on the battlefield. We have my favorite faction, Athens. Love Athens. And then finally, we have the powerful Carthaginians present here, ready to fight. And they're going to do well, as long as the Romans aren't here, all right? Oh, it's gonna get salty. All right, so let's go in here and see what's happening here. So Kush is moving in some infantry as we speak. By the way, guys, it's gonna be a little laggy. It's 8 armies on the battlefield. So yeah, it's gonna get a little laggy. I do apologize, but you know, it's just Total War. It's how it does it. But here's the good news: the troops are gonna start killing each other, and when they do that, the frame rate is gonna be, you know, it's gonna get better. So that's awesome. But yeah, they quickly took out this little crew here. There's one more. He's like, I will not abandon my post. He's like, oh, there's so many of them, and I have this little dagger. Let's see what he does here. Now, he's like keeping them at bay while the archers are lighting them up. Uh-oh. He's like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. Ah! Yeah, so that's an unfortunate end for him, but he did his best trying to hold back this group of forces. And look at this. Look at this. Parthia going in again. So Parthia moving in. And they were looking for an opportunity, but none was there. And they're going to fall back. But they definitely, I mean, they slowed down the Egyptians, I suppose. They lost their siege tower here, which is not a huge loss. They just lost some Egyptian infantry, which, you know, it's not the greatest of infantry. Now we've got Kush moving out some slave infantry. Now this is all slave infantry that they moved up here. They're not very good, but they are good for moving up siege equipment, and that's exactly what they did. We have the slave infantry here getting chewed up by the defenders. So that's a win, I guess. I don't know if they're trying to get the defenders to clump up and they're going to use artillery, because I am seeing some artillery rounds, you know, land around this general area. Over here, we've got more slave infantry scaling the walls, advancing. The Athenians sit and kind of watch from a distance. You're like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. But Parthia is going to move over their hillmen. And the hillmen should be good enough to take care of the slave infantry. Hillmen are not the greatest of units, but I think they're a little bit better than slave infantry. Actually, they're pretty even. You know, the slave infantry might be a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't really tested those two units, you know. But it's a battle of the shiniest turds, and we've got the Eastern Spearmen moving up and going in. And then over on this side, we have more hoplites. This is the militia hoplites. Hell yeah, love the militia. So they're taking on the slave infantry. They really should have no problem as long as they don't break formation. What are you doing? Stay in formation, good buddy. Because that's how you die, and that's how he died. So that's tragic. That's militia for you. No discipline. Meanwhile, Swaby is moving up, and they've got, oh, yes, okay. We've got Club Levy present on the battlefield. So they're going to move up as well and probably start attacking Athens and Parthia there. Arverni is right on the edge here. Don't really see a lot of resistance here, but I do see some cav. So we got a lot of sally out cav here. Let's go ahead and ride along and see what they see. So I think they're going to go for the artillery, which they've got to see this coming. You know, these are good players. It's really almost impossible to get them by surprise, and they don't. They see it coming. We've got Swaby who moved up some. Oh, that was disgusting. So yeah, Swaby is holding their own here, protecting the artillery, being a good ally. You love to see it. You love to see it. And they defeat that cav. I don't know what the plan was there. As soon as you saw the infantry moving towards your cav, you would think, hey, it's not going to work out. I'm going to disengage and wait for another opportunity. But he just went in and died. So, did he even kill any of these guys? Nope. Not a single Night Hunter died to that cav charge. That's crazy. So now Swaby is charging in the Club Levy. We've got Parthia holding them back. We have the Athenians holding back the Bloodsworn. A little bit better than the Club Levy. Depends on who you ask. See, the Club Levy are like ants. By themselves, you know, as one unit, they're not very good. But if you have a ton of units, they're unstoppable. Oh, man. Bloodsworn doing a pretty good job. They're going to send up some more Club Levy. Keep in mind, Club Levy do have a, they've got a skirmish capability, like they can throw projectiles. We didn't see it there, though, so I guess he's just going straight in. And this is just like a battle of cheap troops, the shiniest turd, as I like to call it. And then we've got more of a struggle here as well. Let's go ahead and hide the HUD here. Oh, man. So I just recently got my 4K monitor. Now, I have been uploading in the past couple days some 4K videos, but I had to like manipulate my graphics card or something, some weird setting to make it happen. And it wasn't a true 2K. Did I say 4K? I meant 2K. Yeah, I'm not doing 4K. I don't think the technology's there yet for 4K. I think 2K is where it's at. And 2K especially for Total War, because the way YouTube compresses 1080p, it makes it like not as, I don't know, it makes it a little blurry, but nice little flank here by the, wait, that's not a flank. Oh, I'm gonna do this all day. Okay, I hate when it's both Egypt and Athens on the same battlefield. They look very similar. They both have a bird, they're blue. It's gonna be confusing. I thought Athens was flanking around, but no, they're not doing that. We have the Egyptians going full speed ahead. They're going in. They're very upset about their Egyptian infantry dying to that cav. And then we have the Galatian swordsmen who are attacking this far right flank. But Pontus has something to say about it as they're sending in their swordsmen, and they are going to try to contain this flank and prevent these barbarians, the mercenaries, from being able to break through. And that's, you know, that's one thing I've noticed about really good players. Whenever I watch siege battles with very good players, it's not that the battles, I mean, they tend to be longer, but it's not, usually it's not because they're not fighting. Most of the time, it's just constant fighting. You know, it's constant fighting, but it's still long. So, you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes when you watch newer players, sometimes there's these phases where armies are just sitting around and they're shooting each other with arrows and stuff. But in this, it feels like with these really good players, it's just constant action, but it's still a very long battle. And I think that's because both sides are very good at conserving their units and using them sparingly. And I think that is why we tend to see these longer battles, but plenty of action with the more experienced players, in my opinion. They are cheering right in front of the faces of the militia hoplites because they're having a little bit of a breather there. I don't know what's going on. This is going to be a problem. The Arverni are pouring in some chosen swordsmen. So they're pouring in. They've broken through this opening. And that's going to leave the flank exposed to the militia hoplites. And because of that, they're probably going to break it any second now. Which one unit's already breaking. Over on this side, Kush and Swaby have started to get some ground here. Conquer some ground. Pontus is moving in some Celtic warriors. But Kush is going to keep pushing. I think they're going to try to capture this little point here. A little morale booster point. Let's see, what does it give them? It's forest, highly effective at hiding troops, but slow movement speed. Oh, that's not... I guess these bushes count as a forest? I'm like, wait, why? What? How is that a bonus? Yeah, I don't know. It might give them more morale or something. I forgot exactly what it gives you, but it's important to capture. That's all I know. So back here, we've got some Pontus naked swords. Like, put some clothes on. Jeez. But they are holding this flank still, and they're doing a good job. But I think, yeah, I think pretty soon we're going to witness kind of like round 2 of this siege, where the forces are pushing in and going into the more narrow choke points. And we haven't really seen the super professional troops from the defenders yet. We've mostly seen lower quality troops really from both sides. So you know both sides are conserving and maintaining their elite forces for the later stages of the siege battle. Right now, most of them are evacuating from the outer walls and setting up in the inner choke points. The attackers just have to clean up some of these forces, and again, that's a good thing because the more they kill, the better our frame rate's going to be very soon. Now we got more of a struggle here, as Swaby is not slowing down. I like to see it. Swaby still pulling, charging in with some club levy, but I think he just decided to fall back. Yeah, they definitely have decided to fall back. That's fine. Is this all club levy? No, they've got some blood sworn, so it's not all club levy. But they're going to fall back, disengage. I think they're going to wait for their allies to kind of catch up, because that's a smart thing. You want to try to attack all at the same time. So if we look at this defense, over on this side, it's not really as important. There's just a stone hedge here. I guess you could capture this. Nah, that doesn't lead to anything. So there's really not much to defend here. I'm surprised Pontus has so many troops in this street, and that's might be why he's maneuvering them over to this side. Because really what's important to this map, there's two, okay, we'll say there's 3 important different pathways, right? You've got this one that goes around here. I think you can go through here too. But you can go around here, and that will put you behind the capture point. And then the other position will be running up this way, going around here, or going this way and just going straight. So those are the 3 different pathways the defenders have to watch out for. And that's why Carthage is so heavy over here with their infantry.
Soldiers, give them a taste of steel.
Heavy forces. Give them a taste of steel. It's really nice. And this monitor looks really nice. The unit detail and everything, it looks really crisp and clean. So Carthage is going to be a tough nut to crack. They're going to be a tough force to break through. And I'm really glad Swaby is holding back. And they still have a lot of forces here. And you know Kush is going to hang on to these Shotel warriors as long as possible. These guys are going to be key for late game. I cannot wait to see them in action. That's going to be a lot of fun. So most of the fighting has been pretty slow right now, actually. So I think they're just waiting to set up their forces. But there is a little bit of a fight here where Egypt and Swaby is committing forces to the fight against Pontus and Athens. Athens has some thorax swordsmen. Pontus has some Pontic swordsmen. So this is right now the only fight going on in the siege battle. It's funny, I was just talking about how usually there's non-stop action. I mean, it's pretty much been non-stop. It's only that edit I made was only like a couple minutes. But yeah, this is definitely a victory for the defenders, I think. The longer that it takes for the attackers to attack, the better. Because, you know, obviously they're playing time where they have an hour to defend. And at any moment that you have the attackers slowing down their assault and reforming their forces, let them take their time. Let them take their time. Waste the time. Don't try to, you know, bait them into a fight. Let them sit there. Because the longer your troops are alive, yeah, his troops are still going to be alive, but the clock is against them. So as this little pocket of a fight is going on, more and more of the attackers are moving up. It's very peaceful over here as the Carthaginians are in a very weird formation here. Look at this formation. Like, what? Guys, can you form up a little bit better? But yeah, they're setting up here and not really expecting much. Arverni is sitting back as well, and I'm sure these are all... Oh, no, I was going to say they're all Oathsworn, but they're chosen swordsmen. There's the Oathsworn, which is the general. More chosen swordsmen. More Oathsworn. So they're definitely hanging back their best troops for a little bit later. But again, yeah, I mean, okay, I'm completely wrong. We are in a little bit of a peacetime moment. There has been a gradual shift of units into this flank. Well, I guess, are they going to commit? Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the attackers are not attacking at all flanks. And we even have some armored Shotel warriors going in. I think it's because the defenders over here are pretty well armored, and the Shotel warriors can handle these guys very quickly. So I'm trying to think, maybe they're trying to make a little bit of a head start here on this flank because it is a longer distance. Maybe they're going with a more I mean, yeah, it seems like they're going with a more concentrated attack on one position. Instead of sending everybody everywhere. Oh my god, okay, we've got another sally out. Are these camels? Yes! The March of the Camels. Oh, what are you going for, though? And they see it, and oh, so many camels killed. How tragic. And they're going back in. Oh, we've got elephants now. What in tarnation? They're sending everything. Royal cataphracts, camels, elephants. They've got all the beasts from all the four corners of the world. All right, so as I was saying, and as this charge continues, I think what they're doing is they're going for a focused attack on this flank, because eventually they're going to break through and they're going to have an opening here, and they're just going to kind of avoid all these troops on this side. Maybe, I mean, but as a defender, you would just shift over more troops as they shift over troops here. But yeah, anyways, let's go back to this fight here, because they are taking out a chosen swordsman. That's a really good unit to lose here. This is a pretty big sally out going on from Parthia. And this is why I love these more experienced battles. Let's go ahead and witness what the camel riders are witnessing. Oh, God, turn around. Elephants, watch out. Let's see what else they go for here. Come on, ride. Ride. The elephant riders shooting their bows. That's got to be pretty cool. Got to feel pretty... Oh, look at that scene right there. That was awesome. Just having all these camels riding in with all the towers there. What an epic charge. Now, at this point, it's clearly not a surprise. They know it's coming. Oh, sorry, guys. I clicked onto my other monitor. They know it's a surprise, right? Look, is that 2 elephants? No, I think it's just 1. 1 unit. It's just a lot of elephants. And this is so good for them. Them blobbed up like this, that is so good. And the camels are going to keep riding around and looking for weak targets. Balance of power is pretty even right now. It's not looking good for the attackers. Now, the elephants are starting to get some good damage here. And here comes the general charging in as well. Oh my God. What a crazy struggle this is. How awesome. That was cool. So I think that was a good time to do the sally out. Now the elephants, unfortunately, only got 292 kills, which is a lot of kills if it's like a swordsman, but as an elephant unit, you want to try to get those numbers into like at least the 400s or maybe the 350s. See, he's going to get some more kills here. No, not yet. No kills. Mr. Elephant. There it is, 300. See if he can get it to 350. I mean, this guy's an absolute madman. Oh, there he goes. So around 300 kills, not terrible, but you would like to see more kills with the elephants. Now we got the general charging in as well. We have the Oathsworn trying to evacuate from the open fields. They're climbing up this ladder, but here comes the Parthian general going for the Arverni general, which if they can actually kill him, that'd be a huge win for the defenders. So very good job there. Also kind of slows down their advance, which again, they're playing that, you know, like they're not necessarily out here to kill everything, but they are slowing down the attacker's advance. Now Egypt is going full steam ahead. Look at this. They have broken through, and they are doing exactly what I said they were doing. They are going to find a weak spot and push through here. Now, Carthage is stacked with forces. They've yet to move, and maybe they feel like, hey, we can't move yet, because if we do, then they'll attack us here. So we're just going to hold our ground. And you know they have a good amount of forces defending this side as well. But Pontus might be down to just this at this point. He's got his spears. He's got some bronze shield pikemen. A couple units of them. So, of course, he's going to try to keep his pikes in the game. We have Kush leading the charge, followed by the Egyptians. So we got a couple African factions here. Very cool. And yeah, they're going all in over here. Now we do have some units over here. Look at this. We've got some archers from Parthia and some Egyptian thorax swordsmen. Depleted unit, but that's okay. They're holding a very narrow choke point. That's pretty cool. Oh, and they've got some artillery over here. So, well played by the defenders. Oh, it's wall artillery. They've rotated it around, but still, that's pretty cool. Well played, because it's almost like they baited them into a false sense of security where they're like, hey, we're winning over here. Let's just keep pushing. And uh-oh, trap. You got archers. You got a lot of archers. You got infantry. You have artillery firing into you now. It's become a death zone for the attackers. And again, they're playing that time. You're making the attackers hesitate. By the way, guys, in case you're wondering, the Parthian general is safe. He's only lost 10 men. And he's just chilling over here. Probably going to wait for another opportunity to try to get some kills. If he can. I don't know if he can, because there's no gate here. So he's probably going to have to go back into base. And he's going to have to use his abilities inside the city. Alright, so we got pikemen mixed in with some thorax swords from Athens. So very cool. Swaby is going with a pretty interesting maneuver here. He's going to try to get behind the archers of Parthia. And he should be able to reach them. He should try to destroy this arrow tower, though, because it's going to rack up some kills. But yeah, I think he will be able to reach here. What an angle. That's really cool. These are the bow women. Let's see, I'm just going to sit here and see if they can start opening fire. So far, not good. They're taking fire. Are you going to do it? Are you going to fire? Oh, maybe they can't reach. And not only are they getting shot by this arrow tower, but they're also getting shot by this one. And there we go. They told them to attack. They're maneuvering a little bit. Oh, it's not gonna happen. They're just too far away, or maybe because they've disappeared, they went hidden again. Maybe that's why they can't shoot them. Oh, armored Shotel warriors using their projectiles to try to soften up these thorax swordsmen. They did kill a decent amount. They were at like 120, now they're at 105. And now they're at 96. And they're not gonna be able to hold against these guys for too long. God, this just looks epic. Oh, Athens has another unit back here. Thorax swordsmen. The archers are now changing their positions. I think they're going to go focus fire on the Cretan archers. But I feel like the Parthian foot archers, they're not as good as the Cretan archers, but they do have a height advantage. And they set up before them. Oh, yes. Good volley there. Let's see if they can return a volley. They're just kind of like firing at will here. Poor Will. Always getting fired at. No, yeah, the Parthian archers are doing great. The missile damage. Look at the missile damage on these guys. 48. Wow. And only 40 for the Cretan archers. I don't know if they have like a... Oh, yeah, they've got precision shot. Maybe that's what gave them the extra damage. Okay, now it's gone back to 40. So, yeah, I think it was precision shot. But it makes them fatigued. So, it's a fair trade there. Man, they're still keeping them at bay here. Look at the artillery is just like firing in the backs of his own allies' men. He's like, whatever, you're gonna die anyways. We gotta kill these Shotel warriors from a distance because they're too deadly up close. Oh, that was sick. He's like, all right, I may be going out, but I'm going out in style. All right, I'm going to stab this dude. Well, he died, so he did go out in style, though. That looked really cool. Stabbed a thorac, or not a thorac, a Shotel warrior in the neck. Did a little, like, pose, and then died. So, there you go. Go out looking like a champ. All right, so I'm curious if Athens is going to send in their reserve force. They probably are. That artillery is just missing. So very close. And look at this. Look at the bottleneck here of these troops. There's so many of them. And none of them are pushing this way. You know, if I was Carthage, and I assume Carthage has the role of the final stand army, because, well, they've got a lot of troops left. But here we go. Carthage is going for a sneaky maneuver. Let's see if he can get these bowwomen by surprise. Ask them on a date, you know. Hey, ladies, if this doesn't work out for you, you want to go on a date with me? No. Ew, gross. Carthaginians? Don't you, like, burn babies? Alright, I don't know where I'm going with this joke, but they did see it coming. And we've got some Arverni forces holding back the Carthaginians. Along with some Swaby Club Levy. You'll love to see it. Club Levy. And now we have some archer or bowwomen moving up. Or moving back, I should say. I guess they were worried about the Carthaginians. I'm just kind of looking around. You can see they are shifting some troops over to this side. Just in either they're going to attack or they're just worried about Carthage attacking. But Carthage did break the Club Levy. Oh, and they're breaking this Chosen Swordsman. It's almost as if they were all fighting here and they're like, all right, guys, well, hold on. Let's not kill each other, okay? Let's just clash each other's shields, all right, for a little bit. And then we all break on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, break. All right, everybody get out of here. Go home. Go home. I'm not dying for this settlement, and you shouldn't have to die to take it. We're all going home. That's literally what it looked like they did. They're like, all right, just hit my shield. I'll hit your shield. Just make sure the generals think we're fighting, and then we all break and go home. Okay. Hey, look who broke through here. Look who broke through. But it's still going to be quite the challenge as they have another layer of defenders here. And we've got some suicidal Parthian foot archers who are being, well, suicidal and charging into the armored Shotel warriors. Oh, but the thorax swordsmen have something to say. That's pretty good. I don't know if they did that on purpose where they used the archers as a sacrificial unit to slow down these Shotel warriors so they could use their ammo. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the tactic there, because these are really good players. That stuff doesn't just happen by accident. That was really good. They really weakened the armored Shotel warriors by quite a lot. I don't think enough to win this engagement, but it does add up for later stages of the game. Now we've got what is this, Club Levy? They're like cockroaches. They're everywhere. Club Levy. You know, that's a good comparison for the, or not a compare, or yeah, I guess compared to a cockroach, metaphor, whatever, analogy, whatever you want to call it. Club Levy is the cockroach of Total War. They look kind of like cockroaches with that dark red color, and they're just everywhere, and you can't kill them. They never die. It's the Club Levy. They're not the immortals, they're the cockroaches, and you cannot kill them. Not even nuclear war or fallout could kill the Club Levy. Anyways, they're sitting in reserve, and we've got Athens sending in some spears, helping out their swordsmen. We've got Parthia with a nasty force of cavalry, with the Indian war elephants. which we saw them use elephants earlier in the battle with their epic sally out, their unexpected sally out. Libyan hoplites still holding their ground. So yeah, we do have our Verni pushing on this side, but why? And I think they, because like, you're just gonna lose, you know, like, I get it, you're trying to put pressure on Carthage, maybe spread them out a little bit, but I think they have a good thing going of just going as one big force. The only thing is time is a ticking. It's a ticking time bomb, and they do need to start attacking in other choke points. I get it, when they move in one big force like this, they can support with archers and infantry and whatnot, but they do need to put the pedal to the metal and start fighting in different places to really put some pressure on the defenders. Because they have roughly around 21 minutes left in the battle. So they've got their axemen going in. What is this? Parthia charges in with some cav. Wait, can they go around? Or was this cav? Oh, this cav unit was just chilling over here. Just chilling over here. Look at him just charging in like a madman. And now he's going to run to the backs of these troops here. I think he's fighting for his life right now. He's not even trying to kill the enemy. He's just trying to break this unit, and then he's going to run through his own men to get to the safety of his lines. Yep, that's what he's doing. I mean, he did kill a lot of units, but yeah, that was a cool move. Man, these unexpected little ambushes and sally outs, they're quite fun. Quite fun to watch and never expected. Oh my god. That dude got like shish kebabbed. So they're still trying to, you know, fight through this narrow choke point. Egypt still has a good force of axemen in the back, but I feel like both sides are starting to run out of troops. And I don't know, it's looking a little worrisome for the attackers. I mean, they still have a lot of forces, but at first glance, you know, or not a first glance, at a quick glance, it's not a ton of amazing units. We've got some sword masters, they're pretty good. Some Bloodsworn, they're decent, they're good. But over here, it's, you know, a handful of swordsmen and then like a lot of archers. And you can't win battles with archers alone. Now, archers are amazing and they are definitely needed. Oh my god, what? But, you know, you need to have the infantry to support the archers. And they did defeat the forces, but then there is another row of troops. And the defenders are just straight up going for that time victory. You know, they're trying to win that time battle. Because now the countdown has begun. We have less than 18 minutes left in the battle. Here comes a nice charge. The Athenians countercharge. It's these Shotel warriors, man. If they can take care of them right now, you know, before they get to the final stand over here, they're going to be looking pretty good. Now, Parthia is moving up some archers. See, this is a good spot for archers. Really good spot. And that's another reason why, you know, I would love to see them attack here. Because if you break through here, then you can catch the archers. You know, you cut off their retreat. But the fact that they're just attacking one space here. Oh, can they sneak by? I think they can sneak by over here. Okay, didn't know that. But yeah, I think that it would have been better to attack these two flanks to get these archers out of here. Which I think Arverni is starting to move troops over now. All right, what do we got here? We've got some cataphract. Camel! Cattle fracks. Cattle. So yeah, they are looking extra goofy. Look at these guys. I guess that's my camel sound effect. I don't know, how's that sound? I don't know. Whatever, camels, you know? What are you gonna do? But yeah, they're chilling over here, waiting for an opportunity. I think they want to try to run down the armored Shotel warriors, which they're gonna try to get them by surprise. If they get close enough, they're gonna be able to throw here, which they do, and they kill a good amount. I don't know why he let that happen. So, I got a new mic stand. I finally invested into a nice mic stand because I oftentimes, I don't intentionally buy, mean to buy cheap mic stands. But I do some research. I'm like, this looks pretty good. And by saying do research, I don't do research. And then I get the mic stand. I'm like, oh, this looks really cheap. And then it breaks in like a year. You know, I just can't handle the constant, like, moving of my mic, like, you know, changing positions of my mic. So finally, I got one that is way better. You know, it's one of those, like, professional mic stands that all the, like, the cool, popular podcasters use. So I'm hoping I never have to buy another mic stand again. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean, like, personally, if I didn't do YouTube, I probably wouldn't get a mic stand. I just use, like, a traditional little, like, or not a mic stand, a mic arm. Have I been saying mic stand this whole time? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant mic arm, all right? Whatever. It's late, all right? I'm tired. But yeah, anyways, the Shotel warriors are unstoppable. They have 363 kills. My God. Thorax swordsman just over here with 39. Shotel warriors. I'm gonna be honest though, I get tired of seeing Kush. I know they're really good and they're a great specialized tool that's really good at taking out armored factions. Oh, they're disengaging. Why? The Oathsworn, 119 kills. They've only lost 8 men, but they're gonna disengage. Is something going on? Oh, we got something going on. So remember the elephants? They're now over here. We have the general. So the forces, I think they're freaking out. And I think this is a good move by the attackers. You know, like, take your troops and kind of concentrate them here. That way you can really, like, focus down that I almost said alien. The elephant force. If they come charging in, you can really concentrate, you know, everyone to deal with it. But yeah, that's good. They're kind of reorganizing here and kind of pushing up their troops. All right, we're down to less than 14 minutes now. And, you know, I don't know. I would be a little concerned if I was the attackers. Just a little concerned. Oh my God! Where did these guys come from? They must have flanked around. Yes, they did. Huh! I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. Just seeing those Javies just pour into those poor guys from the rear. That was tragic. It would suck to have been one of them. That would be a very painful way to go. But unexpected. So maybe it's a little less painless. I don't know. This is a huge, huge victory for the attackers. You can tell that the defenders are panicking when you see mass retreating like this. They are just falling back, maneuvering back over to the final stand. This is it, guys. This is the final stand. Now, Carthage has dedicated troops over to attacking the rear, of these forces. Don't tell me these are the same elephants. No, it's not, right? Please tell. I think they fell back, the elephants. These are not the Indian elephant. I think these are the ones from earlier. Okay. I would have been upset. I'd be like, do we miss an elephant charge? Balance of power is continuously getting more and more in favor of the attackers. And now we have archers that are just like YOLO. I don't know why he would do this. I mean, I know they're just archers, but I would have everyone at the town center because archers by themselves are terrible, especially against Bloodsworn in melee. But if you have them as a support unit where they can rush in more bodies or reinforce the front line, you know, they can do okay. Can buy you more time. All right, guys, we are less than 9 minutes, pretty much, right now. Less than 9 minutes left in the battle, and Kush has finally decided to charge in. They've been using their archers to focus fire on the pikemen, and it's working. So they still have ammo, and good on Kush for conserving their ammo. We do have some defenders firing back, so again, these are good players. They're not going to waste all their ammo at the start of the battle. You can see that they've got their archers. They're moving them up. Or somebody, where are the archers? Over here, the eastern archers, are they firing? Somebody was shooting at these guys. I mean, clearly. Someone's still shooting at them. I'm seeing them drop. But they're trying to silence these archers because this is a problem. The pikemen are breaking. That's not good. And this is what they're going to do. They're going to find an opening here. They're going to weaken one of these archers, which they did. And by doing that, or not archers, pikemen. And by doing that, they don't have to worry about pikemen. Look at this. This is a big gap right here. Are they not going to fill it? It's like a man's existence, all right? Come on. Block the gap. Oh, no. I just don't think they have enough troops. I don't know why they gave them so much ground. If they were light on troops, they should have just held with less troops, like a more narrow position here. But this is a huge, huge victory for the attackers. Breaking through like this, it's going to be tough to contain them. Maybe it's a trap, though. Maybe it's a trap. Now, let's not forget, there's elephants somewhere on the battlefield. I don't know where they are, but they're somewhere around here. Oh, there they are. Now, are you telling me that they were purposely trying to funnel in these men into the trees? Because if they're in the trees, arrows are going to be more difficult to use. Wait, what happened to the elephants? Why are they down to 12? I guess they did go in for a charge and we missed it. My bad, guys. Yeah, that's right. Because the elephants fought over here, right? Yeah, the elephants died here. Okay. So I'm an idiot. So these are the original elephants. These must have been the elephants that we just saw here. You can't catch everything in these battles. They're crazy, you know, they're all over the place. So anyways, as I was saying, I don't know if they were trying to funnel in the attackers into this area to use the elephants. It's a risky move, but it might pay off. I don't know. Yeah, this is not good. I mean, at this point, Kush looks unstoppable. I just feel like they don't have anything to kill these Shotel warriors. Here we go. Elephants are going in. That is causing some fear. And we have Athens, who did a bold move here, charged in his swordsman to keep these guys contained. Pontus going in with chariots. Nice. And they got a good amount of kills. I think we missed that as well. I saw chariots moving over here, but for some reason, yeah, they died right here. For some reason, I thought they were the attackers' chariots, so I just didn't mention it. But yeah, chariots. If you look back, you would see them moving around. They must have gotten some units by surprise. And they got what, 300 kills? It's pretty good. This is going to be close. Balance of power still in favor of the attackers, but not by much. Elephants have broken. They're done for. And do we have... Yeah, we have more pikemen. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. This is good. This is... Okay, I like this. They're just throwing men into this fight. The pikemen should just go in as well. And just play the time. Play the time. Carthage helped clean out this forest over here. He's going to take these troops probably pretty soon and send them over to this bottleneck here. This is what they need to do. I don't think they're going to be able to win by killing them all. I don't know. It's going to be really close. Insanely close. Oh, archers still firing. They're trying to use fire arrows to break the defenders. All right, we got a decent amount of reserves, but they're mostly naked soldiers who've gone crazy and thrown their clothes off because they're like, you know what, man, we're not going to need these clothes in the afterlife. They're just going to, you know, they know they're going to die, I guess. But yeah, if they, I don't know, it's going to be really close. There's 3 minutes left. Oh my God, this is sick. Look at these guys just holding here. Hold. Lots of arrows coming in still. You know, I'd be so annoyed. I'd be so frustrated. I hate it when you play a siege battle and the enemy archers constantly have just been harassing you, and then you get to the last stand and you're thinking, okay, I can move up my pikemen now because they've been shooting me like hell, and there's no way they have more ammo. Oh, they have more ammo. My pikemen are dead. I'm so pissed. Happens every time to me. You got to count the arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many more arrows do they have? I don't know. Are you counting? All right. Mercenary Thracian warriors going in. Support the pikemen. This is the general of Pontus. The general of Athens is still in the fight. We've got 2 minutes left. They got to count. They basically need a crazy chain route here, which they might just get. Without taking trophies.
Who charge for the old father?
And there's a lot of breaking going on here. I think the defenders can win this. I think the defenders have this, guys. As I'm looking at it, Kush does not have his Shotel warriors anymore. I think they died mostly to the pikes and maybe archers. But it's not over yet. Let me just look around and see if there's anything surprising, because this battle's been nothing but surprises. Got some units in the back here, but they're not going to do anything. Yeah, I think the defenders can win here as long as they don't... If they don't have a crazy like chain route. 1 minute left. Can they hold? Got the general moving in as well. General's bodyguards. Words are hard. Just trying to keep the men's spirits high. Archers are now charging in. 39 seconds left. The balance of power is dead even, guys. If anything, the attackers have lost some of their momentum. And it's much more even. It's no longer in favor of the attackers. Some nice cinematic shots here of the final stand. I guess we should leave the HUD on so we know what's going on. 2 seconds. The defenders got it just like that. Oh my god, a great stand by the defenders. I honestly thought it was over by the time that the attackers were, you know, pushing through on this side here. But no, the defenders recovered. They had some archers in the back. They had their pikemen, even though they were getting hit hard by the attacking archers. They did enough, and they held back the attackers. And I think it came down to just the attackers only going through one position here. I think if they went through two, spread out their attack a little bit more, they could have had more killing potential. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below how you think the attackers could have won this battle. I think they just took a little bit too long to attack, essentially. Let's end the replay, though. Big shout out to Ellington. Remember, guy, oh my God, I'm slurring here. Remember, Ellington has a channel. It's linked down in the video description. Also, Joe On It was in this battle, and he has a channel of his own. So both of those channels are going to be linked in the description. They do a lot of Rome 2 replays, so very cool stuff. But yeah, great kills by Ellington. I wish it was 20,000. 2,068. Also, look at the B-Man. Almost 3,000 kills, but he got the most overall. Well done by Carthage. I didn't expect him to get so many kills. Really good job there. And Pontus did a great job as well. So that's going to wrap it up here, guys, for today's battle. Again, don't forget to lay siege to the like button. Starve them out. I do appreciate it. Thanks for the support, and I will see you next time on the battlefield.